pick your favorite. Yeah, keep it player. Ooh, think about running for mayor. Yeah, looking at the Lakers. Assalamu alaikum, walaikum salam. Why thank you, we the realest alive. Bye hater,
bye hater, bye Felicia. Not today, not tomorrow either. Look though.
About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now, and today's starting pitcher, Larry Horn.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery. So you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Justin Brown leading things off and takes a strike. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for two. And he's there with a leadoff double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. It's something to improve.
Next for the Padres, Randy Connors. Homered last night, added another hit as well. First offering, and it just misses.
One ball, no strike.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
In the air, left field, Benitez. Sizing this one up, drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third. Stepping in for San Diego, Edward Simon.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And takes low for ball one. Ripped on the ground to second. But it's 1-0 as the run scores.
Good situational hitting right there. Grounds out, gets that run in from third. They get on the board first.
Christian Carroll now at the plate. Just missed. Carroll launched a homer in his most recent game. Ground ball left side. Gets it to first. Third out. So it's one run on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Back here in Atlanta, and starting in this one, Reynaldo Davila. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
The other way, and lines out to third. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Chance Patterson next up for the Braves. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
2 out, space is empty. And now 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up. Second inning set to go. So digging in now for San Diego, Doyle Chick. Horn back to work. That misses, and it's 1-0. That one fouled off. Chick went deep in his most recent game.
Two balls, one strike.
Pitch is in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and so they end up with some speed on at first.
He was all over that one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Luis Del Villar stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And it's fouled away. So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's inside, and it's 2 and 2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out. Padres go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. And And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Mark Henley. That one ripped. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. His second of the year. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Now it's going to be Richard O'Reilly. And a foul ball. That missed by a lot. And now it's even 1-1. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Next to hit, Gabriel Benitez. 2 for 7 in the series so far.
Do you think that's just a statement? Then you're ludicrous like it's word of mouth. I ain't new to what I'm about. Extremist like what's your name? How about we just tone it down? Then go back to where you came from.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Fouled off. He was late. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the third and final game of the series. Ouch.
Hit my pitch. Thank you, mate.
So up next, Ellis Easton. 2 for 8 in the series so far. On the ground to first. And it stays fair. Runner around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Picks himself up at RBI. He definitely laid on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. Got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
And now Kenny Mendoza. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swing and a ground ball. Nice stop from his knees. The throw. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Skinner batting with 1 down, takes the strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
In the air, left field, Simon. And he makes the catch. 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Now here is Sean Navarro. He's 0 for 1. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ballgame.
This looks like extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Fellows batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And now the count is even.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Navarro around third. He will score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
Now at the plate, Chance Patterson.
No.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Out to short, Connors. Now a jump throw, and he's safe at first.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
Henley stands in now and watches strike one. Off the mark there. One ball, one strike. Fought off foul. Fellows at third. Patterson on at first with two down. Now a screamer into the outfield. Brown pulls it down, and that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Ball one there.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And here it comes. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. .99 miles per hour to finish him off. Next for the Padres, Fabio Ortiz. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
One ball.
Next offering down in the dirt. One out, bases empty. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Brown in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That's in there, and the count is 0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Padres down in order. They're down here 5-1. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And now the DH, Richard O'Reilly. Just missed.
You know, these Braves really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
And it's 2-1.
On top of that, they haven't left many guys on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside.
Full count.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Here's the left fielder, Gabriel Benitez. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Ellis Easton next up for the Braves. RBI single his last time up. In there, and it's 0-1.
That's a ball.
That two-seam
One ball,
fastball
one strike.
is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
2 down, nobody on. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Rip to right, base hit. And that extends the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Kenny Mendoza. Right through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Rip to third. They get the force, and that is the inning. Braves strand 1. They're up 5-1. As we go to the top of the 4th, now it's the shortstop, Randy Connors. Connors, a former All-Star, 27 years old, usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to cover up the middle to your left, it's a big adjustment for him.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball.
And there's a ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
On the ground. Fair ball. Man at first, nobody out. Edward Simon, the next up for the Padres.
Picked up an RBI in his last at-bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses. 1-1.
You know, these Padres doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The next pitch misses. 2-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Christian Carroll, the next up for the Padres. First time up, he grounded to third. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
In the dirt, blocked. Connors, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Back there. Out of here. He muscles that one out the opposite way. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-3. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Stepping in for San Diego, Doyle Chick. There's a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swings and misses. That is strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Stepping in, Ken Cohen. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in at top half of inning number 4. Foul ball. Gets the outside corner with that one. Hard hit, knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Major League. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Number 24.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now the right fielder, Sean Navarro. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Late swing, foul to the left. That's off the mark. 1-2 to count.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
On the ground to the left, and that's a fair ball. Jess Fellows next up for the Braves. He's one of the faster guys just by pure. Runner takes off, and there's a foul ball. Navarro leads off first with one away. Runner goes again. High fly ball out towards left center. And there's two away. And next for Atlanta, Chance Patterson, 1 for 2. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Right through there for a strike.
One strike.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Chases the changeup in the dirt, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. One left for Atlanta, and it remains 5-3. Back at Truist Park, now here is Luis Del Villar.
And there's one thing on his mind this at-bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Kenny Perez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Zitlow warming up as well. Easton in plenty of time to first. One away here in the 5th. Now the catcher up to hit, Derek Steiner. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And that one fouled off.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Strike on the inside corner.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's the ball.
This one in the dirt.
Ball.
In the dirt.
Reno.
Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch. One out and a runner at second. And there's the automatic. And a curve drops in for a strike.
3-2.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now.
New arm out of the bullpen, Kenny Perez.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Brown up for the third time here, watches that one miss.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
2 on, 1 out. Ground ball could be 2. There's one. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3, inning-ending double play.
Back here in Atlanta, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Mark Henley. Avila back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Braves doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. With runners in scoring position, they've come through more than 50% of the time, and you can see the damage it's created on the scoreboard.
Close, but called a ball. And it's a ball and a strike.
They've thrived in the high-impact moments of this ball game, and I love seeing it. It's always impressive to me when hitters can rise to the occasion when the pressure's on and drive that runner in.
That one's in there. That's strike two. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Puts it away for the out. Richard O'Reilly getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
So digging in, Gabriel Benitez. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a strike. 0-1. Man at first, one away. On the ground, 2 ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Now in for the Braves, Ellis Easton.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Out to short, Connors. Fires across the diamond, and that will end the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. So digging in now for San Diego, Randy Connors. Connors with a homer in his last game. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Fellows takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Simon stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And a swing and a miss there.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Yeah, the batter now, Christian Carroll. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Carroll matched a homer in his last game. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Easton. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Braves 5 and the Padres 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Kenny Mendoza. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard. Bruce Skinner next up for the Braves.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First offering, and it just misses.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3-1. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane. Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And the Padres manager. A new arm into the game, the righty, Pete Crane. This is his third time out this year. Navarro in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jason Trussell preparing to come on if needed. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Mendoza, the lead runner at second. Skinner at first with no outs. Next pitch is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Off the mark there. Now 3-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Got him swinging. Jess Fellows next up for the Braves. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball. One strike.
One out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball. 2 strike. Ball.
In
One
the
ball.
dirt.
2 strike.
And a curve is down and in.
2-2.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the sixth.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Chance Patterson, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Foul ball there. First and second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, needed a big strikeout to get out of danger, turned to the deception of that changeup. Great execution, really sold it with the arm speed, had his opponent way out on that front foot.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Philip Fukudome.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Stepping in for San Diego, Doyle Chick.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Fukudome, 6'1" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed. That's a little bit low.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Fastball for a strike.
3-2.
That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Next to hit, Ken Cohen. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a huge at-bat.
Hammered on the line, base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Derek Steiner with his first major league hit. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Frank Zitlow.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So bases all loaded up. Steiner will hit next. Golden opportunity right here. So now a pinch hitter, Martin De Silva. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. The pit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Slice to right, down the line, and it's foul.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get
line to left, base hit, 1 run is in. And they don't push it. Runner holds at third. Base is loaded now with still nobody out. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres, Tim Vick. Huge chance for him here. Bases loaded and no outs. And that's outside. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in, and that is a big first out.
Well, that's a frustrating at-bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Brown in the box now. Takes strike 1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Fly ball to right. Base hit. 1 run is in. Fires to the plate, but it's offline. He will score.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 on, 1 out. Connors digs in now. Padres a golden opportunity with one of their best hitters at the plate. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in the top half of inning number 7.
1 and 2.
Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Got him looking. That's out number 2.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Simon in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that's the 3rd out. So they get 3 and so remaining in the game defensively, Martin De Silva. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter.
Okay, Mr. Misfit, but I ain't Mr.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside low, and a count 2-1. Check swing, and he held up.
3-1.
And a swing and a miss. 1 away. Big time out leading off the home seventh. And the batter now, Richard O'Reilly. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Strike.
Look out.
Time.
And it hit him.
First base.
Gabriel Benitez, the next to hit.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here.
Manager out of the dugout now. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Jason Trussell. Fly ball down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Vitt sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's two away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Easton swings through it for strike one. Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Braves strand one. This one remains close. 6-5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Edmund Robinson. Now it's the DH, Christian Carroll. In the air, right side. One down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Chick at the plate and takes high there. Activity in the bullpen. Reed Hernandez up and throwing. Hart getting loose as well. To the right side, Easton sends it to first, and that's an out. Two down, bases empty. Now it's the second baseman, Ken Cohen. That's outside, and that is ball one. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the eighth. He swings and fouls one off. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. 3 up, 3 down. Ready for the bottom of the eighth, and here is Kenny Mendoza. Trussell back to work. Just missed.
That's the ball.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. To third. And it gets by him.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now Bruce Skinner. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position. With the tying run at second, here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Action in the pen down there. Edmund Greer, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Next offering upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Just off the inside edge.
That's a really good take.
That one misses. And a full countdown.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
On the ground to third. Slings it across. One gone to the bottom of the eighth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Sean Navarro. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And fouled off. Mendoza, the runner at second with one away. Top of the zone for a called strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
So the tying run at second spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one almost got him. One-run game, one out, one on.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with two strikes.
Headed down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Fouls it back with two strikes. Runner at second here, one gone. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man at second. That's down and in.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And next for Atlanta, Jess Fellows. First pitch misses. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Stretches out and hauls it in. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jimmy Berry. And here's the first baseman, Luis Del Villar. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swings through that.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Caught it looking for the K.
Well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Next one misses. Now 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And a curve is down and in. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Got him. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings. And now the center fielder, Tim Vick. He popped out his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
There's a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for some.
Sit down on strikes. And he strikes out. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Edmund Greer.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
One-run game, bottom nine. Right through there for a strike. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first. One up, one down.
No doubles defense right now, and the positioning was perfect on that play, and that's what you do it for, just in case. And they prevented an extra base hit.
Henley in the box now. Takes strike one.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Missed with a changeup. Full count now. Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Sets him down looking. And they're down to their last out. And now it's the Braves DH, Richard O'Reilly. First pitch, and he just misses. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. And 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Greer is just one strike away. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Trailing by 4 runs can be pretty tough, especially when there's good pitching on
We need each other. We have to have each other for our survival. From the revolutionaries to the conservatives, a black united front is what we're about.
Yeah, the making of the mob, the changing of the guard, an angel from the Lord in ceremonial garb, the big homie in charge, main culprit at large, emerge over